Grand Rising, Grand Rising. How's everybody doing this morning? I've been up. I went to sleep early last night. I don't know. My sleep schedule's off. I've been going to bed like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And getting up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, y'all. So forgive me, okay? So anyway. Ooh, it says the dancer and the traveler. Take what resonates. It says the escapist and the sage on the back. Ooh, y'all take what resonates. It sounds like, man, if I know all these readings been showing traveling or moving and traveling, okay? In the cut, it was the drama queen on these cards, and in these it was the King of Pentacles. Let me think. You know, the Eight of Wands was in there. The Moon. Okay, so there's some kind of illusion coming out quickly. It's gonna be sudden. Something's happening suddenly. Okay, and that makes me have the feeling of like chaos. Okay, but there's order out of chaos. Y'all take what resonates. Okay. All right. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming down, guarding, and protecting us as we channel these messages. Thank you, ancestors and ascended masters, for all the helpful healing messages that you give. The absolute truth. Thank you, Jesus Christ, for walking right beside me every single day and never leaving my side. All your sacrifices that you made for my life. Thank you. All right, tell me what collective needs to know. It says the fortune teller, the lover, and the survivor. (43). It says being open to possibilities and trusting your intuition to interpret the answers from the Wild Goddess Oracle can help you to help others. The lover. The lover's wearing a mask. It says, with love, all things are possible, for love replaces your confusing doubts and weakens fears with faith in yourself and others. The mask behind it. The survivor. You're your own self-critic. Quit criticizing yourself. You've come a long way. You're very, very strong and powerful. So stop criticizing yourself, because your words are powerful and you need to understand that. It says things might not work out as planned, at least in the short term. Remember all you have endured and how resilient you have proven to be. Oh, wow. And it says critic. You're your own self-critic, man. Y'all take what resonates, okay? You know something. You know, look, you're fixing to come up with some kind of new idea, but you know something is the truth, and you're very resilient and very consistent with the truth, okay? This is the lovers. Someone's wearing a mask, and they're about to expose, they're about to show. It says a new dawn, okay? Some kind of balance is coming in. Do not be discouraged if things look dark and hopeless. The sun rises each day, revealing new possibilities and renewed hope, because the mask is falling off of this lover. Telling y'all take what resonates. Staying golden, baby. You're the survivor. You're your own self-critic. That's what you criticize, your own self. Don't let no one tell you or dictate to you who you are. I'm telling you. It says the warrioress. You're a warrior. Alright, so y'all take what resonates. Let's get one message out of here for the energy, and then I'll grab those tattoo cards. Look at that. The back says the Maya. It says the priest. The priestess, it says be still and know. Listen to your hunches and intuition. Be ready for solutions to seemingly unsolvable problems to appear. 6. The Maya. Allow past mistakes to help you see through an illusion, so you can understand and act upon what you know is real and what is fake. You are very gifted. Okay? And it's also, the next card in line was the wounded. So don't let the past pains, you've healed from the past pains, okay? Now if someone or something is brought up from the past, it's brought up and comes towards you. The don't make the mistake of it of the seeing the illusion. You were hurt, okay? If you were hurt, voice that. Don't hold back and allow them to still have like power over you, okay? You understand? All right, now tell me what the energy is about your just knowing, okay? It's the priestess and the y'all look at that. It's the priestess and the Maya. And the Maya is just a knowing, okay? Trusting and knowing. Look now. I shuffled this deck before I stuck it back in here. Now it says the you're an Earth Angel Collective. I'm telling you so much. Okay, y'all take what resonates, okay? What does collective need to know? What does collective need to hear? Some kind of secret is coming out, y'all. Let me shuffle these again. About a partnership. You've been helping someone. You've been helping someone that was in the dark. You showed them the way. I'm telling you. You showed them the light. You showed them the direction. Okay. And it's gonna come back around. Your hard work is about to pay off. Okay. Tell me what collective needs to know. What does collective already know is what it seems like. It says the Ace of Swords. You need to know the truth. Sometimes the Ace of Swords can be like mind manipulation. The truth was maybe presented like kind of like in the movies. The truth was presented, but someone had their eyes closed and couldn't see it. Because, you know, they present the truth like 15 years before the actual thing happens, okay? And sometimes this can be something like the truth being obscured, but it's the truth still. Okay, so y'all take that as it resonates. The truth is out here is the energy. Someone knows the truth. Someone knows the truth. And now it's about to be presented. I'm telling you, someone knows this truth and now it's about to come to light. This looks like a birthright. These two look like parents or something, and that looks like a kid. I'm telling you, there's something to do with like a birthright. I'm going to read the Three of Coins so y'all know what's up. It says you are collaborating with others and creating synergies to achieve big results. I'm telling y'all. It says you balance the wisdom of experts and the new ideas of novice. This card is trying to come out. The Ace of Pentacles. Some kind of new beginning. Y'all, does that not look like an inheritance or a birthright? This is something that belongs to you from and divine is bringing it in divine timing when God has something. This is because of your faith. When God has something for you, collective, who can take it? Nobody. He's going to give it, whether it be in one way or another. The Queen of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the King of Wands. This person is not what you think. It was some kind of skewed truth. This person almost told you this was a skewed truth. Okay? The truth lies somewhere in the middle. Maybe you didn't confess your feelings. Neither. Because it shows her wearing a mask. But she's the truth. Maybe you expressed your feelings or what have you. But he was confused. Take what resonates. I don't know what it has to do with the Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about this Three of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. What's that have to do with each other? Whoa, Nelly. It says the Star and Death. The star's about to get a brand new start, y'all. I'm telling you. The Three of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles is the star, and something about your wish is coming true. This person has something to do. There's somebody has a badge, and they got the star on their heart. Someone took an oath to this star, and there's the star right there. Are these tears of joy for this star? It says the moon card. Y'all, all day long, this is depicting a water sign, a Cancer, a Scorpio. It looks like... Okay, let me read the Three of Swords so y'all understand that. Okay. It says, you are feeling hurt and disappointed, taking others' negative words to heart. Somebody was convinced about something, but it was a skewed truth. And now this just went all the way around full cycle. Okay, I'm telling you. This star is about to shine like this sun in this background, because you've almost made it to the... Y'all know in the Never-Ending Story, the two like oracle things, the two things that he had to make it through. He had to have a brave heart and be true, or he wouldn't make it through. And you know, the oracles did flash lasers at him, okay, because there was part of him that still carried fear, but he overcome that fear when those lasers was flashing at him, like coming at him, okay. He overcome that fear and found himself, okay. You're standing right here, right there, like right there. You're standing right there, okay, looking at those two oracles. It looks like someone is... This could be the other person. Maybe you're giving them strength, or they're giving you strength. Someone is cheerleading, encouraging. Okay, it says, you feel loss, heartbreak, grief, and sorrow. This will pass. Work on releasing the pain and forgiving those who have hurt you. And then we go to the moon card. It says, connect with your intuition and subconscious mind. You'll experience the subtle force of nature, especially the lunar cycles. Also, allow yourself to flow with these energies. 23, magic. Page 23. This is pointing directly to the root chakra, the heart chakra, and the third eye chakra. And then it's also pointing directly to the crown chakra. Y'all look at that. You see? Pointing directly to the root chakra, the heart chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown in the crown chakra. Something goes through a cycle. Open your heart. Be your heart. Let your heart be fully open. Okay, I'll take that as it resonates. Tell me what I need to know here. This is some kind of new beginning, because this was on this Ace of Pentacles. From the Three of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles came the Star and the Death card. Someone took control of the narrative, overcome some kind of disappointment. That's over. Something is over. These attacks on this star is over. Why is the moon card? What's the illusion being presented? It says 5 Pentacles. That's over with. There's something about the struggle being over because of your faith. Someone took a blood oath or something. Y'all, this is so flipping crazy. I kept noticing the roses on these cards. Someone got pricked by a rose. Does that make sense? A thorn. But would a rose be as beautiful if it wasn't so delicate and it's like a little bit dangerous. If you really think about a rose and the complexity of a rose, they're beautiful, but they can hurt you. They can hurt you. It hurts like hell to get pricked by a damn rose thorn. I don't know why I'm saying that. Why is the struggle here? The Five of Pentacles and the blood popping off and crying. It looks like someone was crying fake tears. Like they was painted on because they hurt themselves. That illusion's about to come out. Look at this. Someone was crying crocodile tears. What's up with that? What's going on? Who's that? It says justice. Blind to the truth. Somebody was blind to the truth and now they see. Something was behind the curtain. Something was behind that curtain. And it's going to be revealed. Okay? Because someone's going to use their intuition, or somebody did use their intuition. Okay? Tell me why these crocodile tears. Because some kind of blind justice. Somebody was someone was trying to make this star look bad. There was a skewed truth, y'all. This is what the energy is. There was some kind of truth that was skewed. They're asking you to use your intuition with the High Priestess and the Maya card on the other deck, okay? You understand? But that's over with because you're about, look, this star is looking to these Ace of Pentacles. This King of Wands. It was almost like a competition because this King of Wands was told something that was wrong. Okay? And you started a new project or something. You had started a new project when this King of Wands was around. I'm telling you. And he left. He left. Something happened with him. Gone. Tell me what's going on with that King of... The bottom of the deck has a freaking 10 of Pentacles on it. Y'all take what resonates. Okay. Okay, ma'am. I will have muscular arms. Thank you. I work out, baby. I will have a wonderful day, Miss Fred. Thank you. Bye. People just hate on people's arms. I just don't know what I would do with myself if that's what I had to do to like find joy in the world, is to get on YouTube and just hate on every fucking thing that I see. That is amazing. That is amazing to me, y'all. I get blown away by that shit. That people just hop on YouTube just to criticize every little detail they fucking can find. And that gives them joy, I suppose. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. I don't understand it. I do not understand that. I cannot fathom it at all that someone sits on YouTube from I'm talking about dusk to dawn, 24/7. They sit to wait on a live YouTube to come along that they can criticize something on it. It just fucking amazes me. It just totally amazes me. It's crazy. someone's about to get an inheritance, something that belonged to them. It's causing a big, 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 big tower. So whatever it is, if you struggled and went through a lot of shit in your life through like helping other people get wealthy through your advice and things like that, all that is coming back full circle. This is more like a karma card, okay? Cause and effect. You're about to receive everything that you built up. It's like you built up. That is so crazy. Okay, it's kind of like a child labor law. Okay, have y'all ever heard of this? It's a child labor law. Okay, that if a child works, every single penny that they earn, they get 15% of that put into like a savings that no one can mess with. That no one, not their parents or no one. They receive this when they turn 18 or when they feel that they're responsible enough. After they turn 18, it's whenever they feel that they're responsible enough to accept this money. Okay, because it could be a lot or whatever, but it's from like a child, like working throughout your whole life. Okay, it's like an investment or something. Okay, well this is sort of like that. Okay, all the giving and love and the abundance that you have shared. Okay, I mean you've done things that were very like you've given people a car. Just here you go. You didn't have nothing. But you got a new car and you had that car, so you just gave it to somebody. It might not have been the greatest. It wasn't a cat. I mean, it wasn't like, like the greatest car, but it ran. I mean, the door didn't open, but the car ran. You gave it away. You just gave it to somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that, okay? You gave and gave and gave and gave throughout your life, okay? Throughout your life. Well, you're going to receive like a big something that's been built up for you, whether that be through God built it up and is going to give you some type of sudden wealth, but it's appearing very much like sudden wealth here. The scales have been balanced, and you deserve this. It's like cause and effect, okay? So, I mean, this could be for some, this could be others. I mean, this could be a warning for others that if you didn't, put in. I don't know what I'm saying there. Okay, gather the words. Okay, the tower. The tower is if karma. It's a karma card. Okay, if you understand karma, you get what I'm saying. Okay, what goes around comes around. That's what the tower card is. Okay, and the tower card is saying in between the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, there after the Justice card now, mind you, okay, it's saying that you've put in your dues and you're about to receive the rewards for those dues through the Ace of Pentacles, okay? There's something about the way you're viewing something. There's something about the way you're viewing something, okay? What is that? What is collective? What is... That is so funny. Okay. That is so funny, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, let me say this, okay? When you're a star, it doesn't matter if you're a public star, like on the magazines and shit. You can be a star in just your community or what have you, okay? When you're a star, when you're noticed, when you're seen because you shine like a freaking diamond, okay? Even if you're hiding, even if you're not, you may not be hiding, but you're just not, you need to be more self-aware of your shininess, I guess, okay? Because when you shine like that, when you glow, it draws attention, because there's darkness all around you. So people's eyes tend to go look towards the light. Like, what is this? Like, what's going on here? This person all shiny and glowing. What the hell's going on here? Okay. Well, it's just like a moth will attack a light bulb. Like if you turn on your porch light, a moth will attack that motherfucker until it kills itself to try to knock that light bulb, make it blow. Okay? And that's what the darkness does. Okay? So, it doing everything in its power to bring you down. So, like, if you're like an influencer or personality, do lives or some shit like that, and people, look, this first part of this reading, you didn't even see me except for when I said, hey y'all, good morning, and put it down right there. You see my arms and my hands. Okay? And somebody came along just to attack by making comments about my arms and my hands. Nothing about the reading is about my arms and my hands. Okay? Those are signs to tell you. Those are signs to let you know, okay? There's some reason they want to attack somebody they don't even fucking know. These people don't know me. What do they want to come in here and attack me? Was I being any type of way? No, I was giving a reading, okay? That's the type of things I'm saying. Something is there's envy involved. There's 3 of these in this deck, okay? One of them is no color at all. One of them is like sketchy, colored pencils, and the other one's real colorful like these. But somebody was doing, look, when you see the fox, y'all look this up, okay? When you see the fox, when you see that fox means, like, there could be trickster energy here, black magic, and you need to keep an eye out, okay? But in your case, collective, you have divine watching over you, okay? All you need to do is keep your faith and believe and know, okay? Yeah, be aware because you are, okay? You're too sensitive not to be aware, okay? Because you feel stuff even if your eyes are shut. You can feel energies, okay? You're just too sensitive to not be aware. So I'm not going to tell you to be aware, be alert, and that, because you are. You're just naturally that way, okay? So take that as it resonates. It says something about... And see, let me say this too. Look at that. That's over with. Let me say that you were on point with your intuition. Okay? So much so that these people got together. They manipulated together, made a plan to make you doubt that. So that must tell you something too. That you're very skilled at what you do, because they were trying to make you doubt it. Okay? This is something you've had all your life. This is a gift you've had all your life. And they was trying to make you doubt it. And you was going, I am not fucking wrong, man. Y'all out y'all's fucking minds. That y'all think y'all gonna come along in like a 2-year span and attack and think that I'm gonna doubt myself? That I know what the fuck is up? Especially every attack. Every attack I said your name, motherfuckers. I said y'all's names, and y'all's different little groups that click together to, oh, well, we're being exposed. We need to pay them. And they doubted you the whole time. And you never, okay, I'm telling you, you were very persistent of fighting the MK Ultra or what have you. Whether it been you had to take off and leave and go somewhere for a little while, pull back all your energy, say, fuck it, man. I trust God. Fuck these people. Okay? Look, And let me say this too. You're you were you were on the right track as far as how do I say um journaling it. I can't maybe you showed it all live. Maybe you put it all on lives, okay? But you were consistent and persistent, and it showed because it kept coming out over and over. The truth, 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 and nothing. Nobody can contest that truth. Nobody is contesting that you're telling the truth. You understand? Look at this. You got the world in your hands collective. This popped out behind it. Well, on the bottom part when I dropped it on the ground, on the table. 2 and 2. This is some kind of partnership. You got the world at your fingertips, okay? I'm telling you, it's a serendipity coming. Serendipity. Let go of some kind of attachment so you can elevate. Quit looking at the past so you can grow. Look at this. 5 cups. That's 4 pentacles. Letting go of something. Look, you see how she's letting it go, letting it out of her brain. Okay? So you can grow. Final judgment. Look at final. It's a balance between, it could be yourself. And you're getting rewarded by divine. Period. You're being seen as the star by divine, if nothing else. Divine sees you as an earth angel, a star, falling straight from heaven to do the divine work. Okay? And that's your point of view on what you feel like that is. If I call you an earth angel, that's your point of view. Okay? Because an earth angel lives on the earth. Okay? They live on the earth, but they're not of this world. Okay? Not to say that they don't have temptations, because they are humans. They're in a human vessel. None other than Jesus Christ. Everybody has sinned besides Jesus Christ. You understand? Even earth angels. Okay? Because it's a process. It's a whole process of elevation and learning and finding it yourself. And remember what I told you yesterday. The laws of Moses are guidelines now, because Jesus Christ paid those debts for the laws of Moses. Okay? Your job is to have to be elevated and to have a relationship with faith in something that you can't see, but you have not, you feel, because it lives within you. Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit. Okay? Let me tell you, when Jesus was on that cross, he said, okay, I understand this is going on, but throughout my whole life, you was with me, because I am you. Okay? And he says, will you give the people the Holy Spirit as a gift? Give them a piece of you. Give them a part of you to connect. Okay? And we all receive the Holy Spirit. And to awaken the Holy Spirit is to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Okay? Yeah. Well, you know what? I need to move from this town, and that person needs to move from that town, and that person needs to move from that town. But let me say this. Will it do any good? I mean, I'm just saying, this shit's going on all over the world. All over the world. Everywhere. Okay? Instead of moving and running from something, instead of making a move to run, We need to make a movement together. You understand? Well, that's your... I'm talking to spirit. Why do you say such, I'm just going to say, ignorant things? What are you talking about? If there was one person, Manuel, if there was one person in this room, I would still talk and say what I need to say, because there's somebody out there that needs the message. And if it's not you, Manuel, keep your mouth shut. There's no reason to say any kind of nonsense like that. You don't like that. You don't like it. You don't like what I'm saying. Bye. See ya. You don't have to be in here. Let me put you in timeout and see if you want to come back. All right. Bet you he comes back because he's interested in what I got to say. If he wants to talk smart ass, then he can sit there and be stupid. Okay, what does these letters got to say here? Tell you what resonates, collective. Your persistence, your consistency, your resilience, your taking the time to elevate, taking the time to excel, taking the time to learn these things about yourself and about others. It's about to pay off. You're about to be rewarded, okay? So take that as it resonates. Joined. Should join. Maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm just talking to myself. Maybe. All I can tell you is it didn't take me but 2 years to get 7,000 people to listen. So I'm just saying, this is the beginning. I just started this channel, 2 months ago? Less than 2 months ago. You ain't got to listen. Ain't nobody making you listen. Emotions. Was off. Emotions was off. Jeff. Twins, moon. Illusions coming off. Something was dull. Hung. Let's see what kind of comments I got now. But they will never stop. Moving on. Well, if you feel the need to go and move out of that town, then move. Said something about London. But there's a chick named Cindy London that told me a bunch of shit that I didn't fucking ask for, that I didn't ask to hear. And now I know. be right nice to hear it. Something about miles. Miles. Sing. Sing smiles. Sing smiles. Just something was just a fling. Me. Melon. I don't know why it's saying melon. I'll be right back. It says dawn. Me gold. Golden flow. Me on golden flow. Must have fun. In golden flow. Must have fun. Says something about a house. Own house. Own house. Info. Tells us something down in Florida. Something about June. Something was seized. Out in, down and out in. Ghost. Ghosting, hosting. Some kind of film. Insult. Insulted. God. Insulted gods. It looks like your ancestors are taking over because someone insulted them by saying you were lying. And you're not lying. I'm telling you. It's just something about Doug. Doug lies. Out mouth. We sung about sung something. Let out. Someone got drunk or something and spoke. They said something. There's something about a film that somebody don't know about. Or maybe, I don't know. What's the film? Soon must let out. Off. Off. This is Tom. Tom like that. Tom. Motel. Says something about a model. Someone doppelgang. Someone was acting like they. I'm telling you, they was acting like you. But there's only one you, collective. And you are you live your life according. You do right. Hotel, motel, dome, mud, loud, thud, some kind of loud thud. Okay. With on, off. Something is on, off. What do you say in there? Music. Wide, low. Dolls with huge okay, I don't know what the hell. Men of why am I saying like fugitive? Men full of saying something about souls. Men full of hosting, dusting, justing, who, men who, full, studying, some kind of debt. This is X-Men. Someone got a lot, very powerful. You need to tap into those powers. Those nude. Okay, tell me what you're trying to say. It says south of Florida. What is south of fucking Florida? The ocean. Undo, something about a sound. The sounding, the sound of, are you trying to say some, wheel, the sound of wheel? Sound of fun. will what? JM. The sound of fun. I will. I. I. Does it say women? Women. Women. Women still off. That's not still like stealing though. That's still like standing still. Junk, dunk, gun. Someone used a gun. Someone used a gun. Mention. Someone used a gun in some kind of robbery or something, tried to make it out like it was you? Possibly collective. It says something about a judge. Judge. Still on, off. Unuse us, useless, usual, use. Judge used. Motion. Fused emotion, fused emotion, fueled emotion, full emotions. What? Judge used full emotions? Found out. Found out. Me found out. Innings. Feelings. Found out. Failings. Hell. Found out about hell. Somebody found out about hell. Found out hell. Wings. Hell wings. Hell's angels. Hell sing. Helsing. Isn't that Van Helsing? Isn't that who killed the vampires? Y'all take my rest of the days. I'm just saying something about wounds. Wounds off. Mute. Somebody was off mute. Somebody spoke something and somebody else heard it. Just talking about lies. Flies off. Flies off. Flies out of mouth. Something flew out of somebody's mouth. I'm telling you, that's why they're not talking no more. Says something about single. Something flew out of somebody's mouth and it says fund. Single fund. Something about a month. Singled out. Singled out of singled out. Who singled out you? Something about it. hard on it. Say Jeff. So Jeff got something about Glenn, Ned, Glenn, singled out. It says something about a flood of emotions. You're going to be stunned, collective. You're going to be stunned. I promise you that when you find this information out, it's going to blow your flipping mind. It says glide, get a new start. Something about fooling. Everybody was fooled by whatever this is. It says MJ, JM, stunning, fooled. What? I don't. Jingle. Jingle time. It says jingle time. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. And we know your name. We are the people that you find whenever you may need. Golden sun. A drop of golden sun. What the fuck? This is Tim. Ray is a drop of golden sun. Tim. What the fuck? Somebody may be born in June. Huh? Could be. June gold. L. God. Fold. Go fold. Go hold him. Go fold him. Sold. Someone sold their soul for them. For them. It says fellow. You know, let me tell y'all. At one point in time, hold on, y'all keep looking at that. But the Illuminati, they're called the Odd Fellows. It says Odd Fellows out here. Y'all take what resonates. They're called the Odd Fellows. Okay. This is something to do with a secret society, and maybe you finding out. There's something to do with secret society here. And you being like the sun, like the golden sun, and shining light on it, and bringing it out to the light. Okay, I'm just saying. That's what the Odd Fellows. They're called the Odd Fellows. There was a point in time when the word Illuminati became illegal, where you couldn't use it or say it. Okay, and they started branching off into these different groups. But the one first group was called the Odd Fellows. Something was ghosted, lost a list. Someone lost a list. Something was listed. Flum. Apparently I ain't done. Lighthouse. Look, you're a lighthouse collective. Why? Moused. Lighthouse, DM, mind. DM, mind. Light, full of light. Full of light. Now, something about join. 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 It says John. Full of moonlight. Moonlight. Use. We used moonlight. Something about Jews. A nun. Dull, a duel, a flood. Lift off, something about a gift. Lift off gifts, new gifts. Some kind of waiting on some kind of divine timing. New gifts. Something about mood. Null. Full gifts. You need to embrace your gifts fully. It says hun. This is from the divine. JN, JXXZ, Q. What is goes with Q? Quit squinting and see something clearly. Quit squinting and see something clearly. Quoted self. Self-quoted and self-quote. Joins self-quote. The wolf is out here. Wolf is usually to move. Tell studying, tell self, tell self to, told self to, told self, set, house, told self, follow God. Follow God. Follow good. Follow good. Following guts. Following guts. Good mood. Something about self. Set self. It's saying sold out. What is sold out? Okay. Win. Sold out. Golden. Gold. Left it in house. Left it in old house. Sold old house. Sold old house. Left south. Someone went to Florida. I don't know. This says Gil. Gil's on what? I don't know. Something stiff. Stiff Wells. God still be. There's something about being a model like for God. God, be still and know that He is God. I told Him, let me. It said something about stole too. Stolen gold. Something about stolen gold. Fixed. Fixed down low. On the down low, something was fixed. It's saying Jeff. What does Jeff got to fucking do with it? Jiggle, jungle, Jillian. Someone named Jillian. Possibly. It says a few fellows. Don. Gil stole it. They stole it. Saying something about a song, and it says long. There's something to do with their ego. Let go. Do I still love long? Do I still long? Do I still long? Something's wilted. Doing. Lumen is out here. Something about lumen. Like, light. Lumen de lumine means I see the light of Christ in you. This is west. Tell self, go do it. Tell self, go do it. There's some a gun, okay? Gunned it. Something was loud, LOL. Someone was laughing loud. Most huff. Most Justin. Justin. Owl. Justin. Just in. Owling. Howling. Howling, the moon, the wolf. Exile. Exit, next. Something about emotions. Sung emotions. Something emotional. Honed in. Duet. There's something about a duet. Honed in on a duet. Told, got it. Got light. Okay, I already go, y'all. Something about judges. Let me read out of Judges and find out. It says Judges, so we're going to look in Judges. Ooh, I turned right to it, man. That was cray. And then I freaking lost it. I turned right to Judges and then it went away. Because it's not very big. Dang it. Stop right on it. No, I'm gonna have to go here. I turned right to it, and then it just the next set of pages fell on top of it. 2.1. For some reason, we're on Gibeon's crime, okay, which is Judges 19. Judges 19, 22, okay? It says Gibeah, Gibeah, crime. As they were enjoying themselves, suddenly certain men of the city, perverted men, surrounded the house and beat on the door. They spoke to their master of the house, the old man, saying, "Bring out the man who came to your house, that we may know him carnally." Y'all check this out. It says, "But the master of the house, went out to them and said to them, 'No, my brethren, I beg you, do not act so wickedly. Seeing this man has come into my house, do not commit this outrage. Look, here is my virgin daughter and the man's concubine. Let me bring them out now. Humble them, and do with them as you please. But to this man do not do such a vile thing." But the men would not heed him. So the men took his concubine and brought her out to them, and they knew her and abused her all night until morning. And when the day began to break, they let her go. Then the women came as the day was dawning, and fell down at the door of the man's house where her master was, till it was light. When her master arose in the morning and opened the doors of the house and went out to go his way, there was his concubine fallen at the door of the house with her hands on the threshold. And he said to her, "Get up and let us be going." But there was no answer. So the man lifted her onto the donkey, and the man got up and went into his place. When he entered his house, he took a knife, laid hold of the concubine, and divided her into 12 pieces, limb by limb, and sent her throughout the territory of Israel. And so it was that all who saw it said, "No such deed has been done or seen from the day that the children of Israel came up from the land of Egypt until this day. Consider it, confer, and speak up." That was his crime. Because they wanted to. Who is this they're trying to take? Hold on. Because they wanted to take someone that he said, "No, you're not taking him." here's my virgin daughters and the concubine, and they abused them to death. So he sent a sign out to all that this is how Egypt acts. Or he sent a sign out because it's not even saying who these men were. They were just perverted men. They surrounded the house of the old man. Now I'm going to the house of the Lord, but there is no one who will take me into the house, although we both straw and fodder for our donkeys, and bread and wine for myself. For your female servant, for your young man who is with you, with your servant, there is no lack of anything. And the old man said, Peace be with you. However, let all your needs be my responsibility. Only do not spend the night in the open square. So he brought him into his house, and he foddered to the donkeys, and they washed their feet and ate and drank. And then these perverted men wanted to take this servant. Who is the servant? Let me find out. Because the servant is the one that they were trying to get. Because he went into their house. He went into Gibeah's house. Passage from... Hold on, let me check this out real quick, y'all. There's a reason. They wouldn't. I wouldn't be looking at Judges for some reason. So they sat down and drank together. It was Levi. It was a servant of the Levites. Come to help him with the donkeys or something like that. And they wanted to be carnal with the man. And instead he gave the virgin daughter the concubine, and they abused her all night long to death. So he sent some kind of sign out to the masses of what these people are, how these people are, and what they did. Something about exile, y'all. Exiling in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Gets worse here every day. You got to learn to live like an animal. In the jungle every way. We are the people that you find, whatever you may need. Sounding off. What the fuck? That should say sounding off. Sounding off. 1, 2. Sounding off. The sounding off, the sounding of, the sounding of, the sounding of, the full sounding of, the full sounding of. Take what resonates. Mix sound. Mix sound of. Mix sound of the. Full mix sound. Mix of the sound. Full mix of the sound. It says loot. L-O-O-T. The loot. It also says smile. Something was found. It says find mind. He find mind. Take what resonates. There's a new beginning. Plus a new beginning. So take what resonates. Somebody might be... I keep hearing something about working in the city. Working in the city, got a good job in the city. Working for the man every night and day. Don't know why I said that. Oh, hey, Miss Kate. How you doing? Washing the feet is very, 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 very. It's um, a serving, being a server, serving to others. Jesus washed the feet of the after he washed the feet of all the disciples, but Mary, I think it was Mary. It might have just been a servant girl. Washed Jesus' feet with the oil and used her hair to dry them. And they said, "What? How does a poor peasant woman got money for oil?" He was like, "Let it be. What the hell?" The Pharisees got mad, said that shit. It says, this new chapter in your life is going to require a new way of seeing things and a new way of seeing yourself. You can't continue to see and interpret things with the same understanding that you have had up until now. No matter what you face or how you feel, see it all from a higher perspective. See it from a higher perspective. That's a given, y'all. Come on now. Look, you're always trying to be better, not compete with nobody. Be better than you were yesterday. Okay? And see it from a higher perspective. You may say, "Oh, I forgive," and then you be mad. You be like, "Oh, these motherfuckers." Da, 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 da. Okay. Either way, whether they get what they deserve, what God, whatever God has planned is the highest good. Okay. So if they don't get caught, well, they will later on for some other reason, I suppose. So don't put too much concern into it. You did what you were supposed to do. You spoke your truth. Know that this new beginning is coming, and you cannot have a new beginning with old ways of thinking. Okay, you learn the lessons from those events, whether they were heartbreaking or they were exhilaratingly fun. Okay, you learn the lessons from them, and now it's time to take those lessons and find a balance and into your new world, your new life, okay? Your new life. Quit if this had happened, or if that hadn't happened, or this hadn't happened, or if that hadn't happened. There's no coincidences. You were going down the path, and if you were staying steady on the path, then those things happen for your benefit in the end, for your soul's benefit. Okay? And apparently for others, because you have a gift that your soul is meant to help other souls find it, find that balance of sometimes you gotta let shit go, and that's messed. I mean, you have a mind. It's like a racing mind. It's always going. You have all this knowledge that's packed in there. You really all your life you be like, "I don't know why I know this stuff, but I do. It's just there. And if I look it up, it's there. It's the truth, and it's there." Okay, so um, um, you got to let go of all those negative. You'll never succeed at that, and all those MK Ultra. Those were demons, walk-ins that would tell you those things out of your loved ones, and you be looking at your loved one going, "What? What are you saying?" Okay, forget about that shit. Let that shit go. Let it go. I'm telling you. Love your loved ones and love others and love yourself. Okay, that's gonna be the key. Period. Okay, whether you get, let that be your mission, and you'll get everything else that you they keep saying something about what you think you want and what you need are not the same. I just want peace. I like to have fun and laugh, and you know, if I gotta do that shit by my fucking self, then so be it. all I'm saying. Okay, and I ain't gotta look at my eye. Ooh wee, ooh wee. Y'all, if that ain't a sign, y'all. I told you, a group of colorless people. They have no color, and they're jealous and envious because you have all the colors. They were doing black magic on you. The fox said it all. The fox and the three naked, not, colorless women said it all. Black magic. They were trying to steal something. Look, it says Brittany. Brittany, it's her. If Brittany rings a bell to you, tell you what resonates. It says, bring light to the dark spaces, beacon, lighthouse. You're beautiful just as you are. You have to do is shine. I try to tell y'all that. All you need to do is shine, shine, shine. Okay? That's all you got to do. You just need to shine. And you're about to be rewarded. And divine is going to make them all know that you're authentic, that you have all... You've been authentic from the get-go. They attacked. Y'all, thousands and thousands of stuff going on in my mind about... Because I guess I'm releasing it and letting it go. The shit... The shit you know don't add up. You know it don't add up. And then there's part of you that says, man, I hope I'm wrong. Man, I hope I'm wrong about that part. But I don't think you are wrong about that part. And it breaks your heart. That may be what's holding back all this being exposed. But because you want to be wrong about that one fucking part, but you're not. So, yeah, just accept it. You're not wrong about that one part. Accept it. And look, this keeps getting my eye. You are a star, okay? You're a star. Okay. Alright, y'all take what resonates. If it resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me ask something real quick. Pendulum. Is that one thing that collective is praying that they're wrong about? Is that one thing? Is that what's blocking this from moving? No, it's not what's blocking it. Okay, stop. Is that one thing that collective is praying they're wrong about? Are they right about it? Yes or no? That thing that collective is hoping that they're wrong about, are they right? You're right about that. Stop. Okay, the illusion, the truth that was skewered. Was it skewered by the thing that collective is hoping is that's who did it? Oh, god dang. Okay. Alright, I'll take that as it resonates, okay? Yeah, disrespect. You want to ask a question? Okay, collective wants to ask you a question, Pendulum. Okay, answer collective clearly once they have their question ready. Y'all don't have to ask out loud. Okay, just ask your question. Oh, they're answering. Okay, that question is a yes. That's a definite yes. Okay, stop. Thank you. Thank you, Pendulum. Is this almost over? Is this almost over with? This the end of this cycle? No? 1 year? 1 year? Saying a year, y'all. Fuck that. Y'all make your plans and do what you do. I'll tell you what, because, you know, energy changes. What? Whoever that was, have they always been slow? They want to know if they've retarded. Yeah, they've always been slow. These people. What the fuck does that mean? People. Jesus, man. You know, before you got in here, somebody was making comments about my arms being muscular. about my forearms being muscular. People are ignorant. Anyway, listen. Hey, are these people that are jumping in and out of here trying to hate on me, do I know them personally? Are those people that live in this community? Just strangers, just jumping on here to hate on me. Just total strangers. Just want to hate on all of YouTube. Happiness haters. Okay. Just a bunch of idiots. I know, isn't it crazy? I know, it's just so fucking crazy that how they do that. And it's funny, you know, it's it's mind blowing, okay? Um, 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 I find it very, like, what is it? I can get up and start this reading at 5 o'clock in the morning. These jokers are sitting in wait. I mean, they're just sitting in wait. I can get up and I can start reading at 9:30 in the morning. These motherfuckers are sitting in wait for somebody to get on, and then they detail. I mean, every little fucking, just the dumbest shit. It blows my mind how like uncreative that is. Yeah, I brush my teeth. Yeah, I do. Why do you ask? Because I drank coffee this morning? You're fucking idiots. What do my teeth have anything? What do my teeth and my bandana have anything at all to do with the reading? Like, that is just insanity to me. I don't understand. I do understand, because when you're a star, you get hated on. Look, I could be Stevie Nicks sitting right here. I could be. And you motherfuckers that don't know who Stevie Nicks is, y'all be fucking downing the fuck out of her. And she'd be like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Thank you, Miss Kate. I mean, it's just, but I do get it. I get it. I get why. It's because they're envious. They have no creativity. They have no kind of inspiration or to find inspiration. They have no so they have to hate on it. They have to hate on it. That's the only thing I can see. I mean, Because I don't understand that shit. And what the fuck does Hulk Hogan got anything to do with it? That's just insane. Insane. That's insanity. Okay? That's just crazy. So if I wore a bow, then I would be what? JoJo what's her face? No. If I cut my hair short, like Rihanna, I wouldn't be Rihanna. They would say, "What are you trying to do?" Stupid. It's stupid. But I understand how stupid, people can be. They're just stupid. Like being judged because I don't want to wear a bandage. I don't want to wear a bandage on my head right here. So I wear a bandana because I'm hurt right there. Okay? And I don't want to wear a bandage. I can't really wear the wigs because I'm allergic. But I don't have to justify that to anybody. Who I am shines through to the ones that have open eyes to see it. That's all I can say. Okay, I don't have to prove it. I don't have to prove myself or nothing like that. About what I'm wearing. I'm not harming anybody. I'm not disrespectful with it. I don't understand why they want to hate. I'm giving a loving message. Y'all take what resonates. I mean, I guess it goes back to the same reason why all the Jews decided to kill Jesus, because a rapist and a murderer that was raping and murdering their community, they set that person free. So it must be the devil in the plans trying to hate on. You understand? It's not. That's the devil in them, because they don't have any kind of other inspiration besides to hate like that. You understand? They killed Jesus because of his power. They was afraid. They was afraid of the things that of his influence. That he was more powerful than them. This peasant boy was far more powerful than what that he was making an influence or what have you. But the own people, that was the devil's influence. That was the devil's influence. Who does he think he is? He's calling himself God, putting that into people's minds. But they tried to do the same shit to fucking Paul when he converted. They tried to do the same thing to him, and he was saved. He was spared. He was spared so he could preach his testimony, because his testimony is a powerful testimony, to go from killing Christians to being the spokesperson. Just saying. Y'all take that as it resonates, okay? They do know better. Look, they do know better, Miss Kate. Look, it's just that they hide behind that little mask or that little disc that has a profile or whatever. They hide behind that and say things that they normally can't say. They call it like a false courage. Okay? When I sit here and look directly at the camera and be my authentic self, they can't. It mirrors to them that they can't do. They don't have the courage and the strength or self-love. Okay, so y'all take that as it resonates. And you ain't got to like my teeth. You ain't got to like my bandana. You ain't got to like shit about me. You don't got to be on my channel. You ain't got to be on my page, okay? You don't have to say anything. I mean, just move on. That's all. I don't get it. Has any of y'all, like Kay or Stacy, any of y'all ever sat and just scrolled to put hate messages all over people's fucking channels that you've never watched before? You don't have any idea what it's about, what the content's about, or anything like that. I can't imagine to sit on the lives and wait for somebody to come on to find something wrong to just let me attack them. I can't imagine living a life like that. I pity those people. I feel sorry for those people. And I pray for their highest good. In Jesus' holy name. Touch their hearts. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless y'all. Y'all stay golden. I will see you on the flip side.